Yo, folks, so just to follow up on my 3D printer troubleshooting, I guess, or problem video. As you recall, I had this under extrusion issue right after the seam, right? I knew what it was from experience, but for new people, they may not know what it is. You chase bed leveling, oh, the filament's wet, blah, blah. I mean, when I first started in 3D printing, I chased stuff like this, not realizing how easy it was to fix, right? So I'm just going to tell you how easy it was to fix. Almost always, when you see under extrusion like this, where you didn't have it before, it's almost always your hot end. So, pardon me here. Had to clean my camera lens. It was looking. So this is what the print looked like after I finally worked on my printer to solve this issue. This rasty looking 3D print. Look at this. It's freaking perfect. By the way, the filament, a lot of people chase the filament. Oh, it's the filament. It's the filament. And that can be the case. I've had some bad filament. I will never buy the Amazon generic brand because you never know what it is. My God, I got a good spool of that and a spool that dimensionally was not 1.75. It was just the worst. Anyway, these two, even though they're different color from the same manufacturer, but look at the difference. This almost looks like machined aluminum, doesn't it? That's how good it looks when you do this. So, what did I do? Well, I said it's the hot end, right? So I want to tell you, on my Creality Ender 3 V2, I did what's called the Luke Hatfield hot end mod. I'm not going to explain it. All you got to do is look it up. But basically, instead of changing your entire Bowden tube with a Capricorn the blue Capricorn tube, you just modify the hot end with the Capricorn tube so that this tube is not on your hot end. I'm not going to get into it. Just Google search it. My God, it's easy. It's all over the place. Everybody knows about the Luke Hatfield mod. I did that mod, but the bottom line is, obviously, when I started getting this under extrusion, something was wrong. So, by the way, your tip does wear out, guys. If you print things like glow in the dark, some silks, and other things, especially. By the way, if you only do PLA, you can probably get away with just this Bowden tube all the way down to your hot end. But doing the Capricorn Luke mod makes your need to service your hot end a lot less frequent. Anyway, so I took the tip off, heated it up, took the tip off, and my blue Capricorn tube had actually started to deteriorate. And this is after hundreds and hundreds of prints of all kind. PETG, I even did some ABS. Needless to say, the bottom line is, things had changed, things had separated, temperatures up, down, cool, hot. And I was getting some seepage between the tip and the tube, the tube touching the tip. It was really bizarre. I had this like black greasy film all through my hot end. Anyway, I took my tip off, cleaned out the hot end. I made a new Capricorn tube for that Luke mod, put everything together, and like I said, what a difference. It is like night and it's like my printer's brand new again. So I just wanted to follow up that, when you start getting rasty prints and under extrusion and things like this, it is almost always the hot end because nothing else changed, right? I mean, I didn't change my E-steps. My extruder's still the same. Nothing failed up here. Nothing changed. And then all of a sudden I get this, right? And by the way, it was all of a sudden. It wasn't a gradual thing. It was like, and so the hot end failed. The bottom line is your hot end is probably going to be one of the most service things you have to do. So when you start putting on fan mods, and which I plan on doing this one, and other things, and you make it difficult to service your hot end, well, you just made it difficult to service your hot end. It's one of the things you will do a lot. And I'm not talking about just changing the tip, because your Bowden tube that comes down to your tip starts having a problem too. You have to pull it, trim it, put it back in. That's why I highly recommend the Capricorn Loop Mod. All right, it makes so servicing the hot end. I have not had to touch that Loop Mod. I've changed the tip probably 4, 5, 6 times since then. But this time I had to do a full service on the hot end. Anyway, hope that makes sense. If you're getting this and you want this, hoping my video helps you out. Enjoy.